Hello, everyone. I'm glad that I can be here. Also, this is my first public speech in English, so I hope that colleagues from Tesena will not regret contacting me for this conference. And let's start. I choose for my speech title Back to Roots. And subtitled Test Analysis is still a start of testing. I want to share with you my experience with this topic of test analysis in my practice. It is a topic that resonates with us in our company, in our testing work, especially now in connection with a larger and more complex project. This project will affect all of our course systems, and it has a connection with legal changes in insurance. But also we have other projects and other changes in our systems, of course, at the same time. Maybe some information about the agenda of my speech. I will focus on 4 topics: how to support this analysis, some possible arguments why and whom it will help, also some information about test data, and at the end I have some recommendation for connection test analysis with test automation that we also implemented in our company. So shortly about me. I have experience in testing for last 9 years. That's 1/3 of my working experience in total. I started like a test analyst in one large project in a telco company in Czech Republic, and then I moved to other projects in different roles, like test analyst, senior tester, test manager, test lead, and right now I'm almost 4 years in Volkswagen Financial Services in Czech Republic, and I lead all area testing and release management in our company. My overall background is also in teaching, because I'm a teacher in my original profession, and I also worked in consultancy and in business area. If you want some more detailed information, I also have a LinkedIn profile, so you can go there, and there are more information about me. So when I was preparing my presentation, I was looking for some interesting motto for this presentation, and I really liked this. It's the roots that create the fruit. I found it in internet, of course, and it's from one interesting person, Harv Eker, who is author of book Secret of the Millionaire Mind, and also he is a lecturer on speaker, very known, I think. So yes, this is, I think that this motto expresses exactly what I want to say. If the foundations are well prepared, I mean test cases, there is a good chance to succeed. I think that it's pretty good for known for all of us in testing, but mostly people think that testing is only this clicking on applications. And I think that it's not true, definitely. And we must educate all of our other colleagues in companies that testing also need a very good preparation for successful testing at the end. So let's move to some short introduction. In the last 3 years, we have been building a professional test team in our company. Because in the past, testing in our company was primarily responsibility of business testers. It means that in our company wasn't professional testers. And I think that it was a very interesting way how we prepared this testing knowledge in our company, and that right now we have more than 10 professional testers. Of course, not all of them are in internal staff, but we also have colleagues from external resources, including Tesena. So we completely changed this system in testing. For that reason, I consider correct and high-quality test analysis to be a prerequisite for successful testing. With this approach, of course, we run into different levels of knowledge. Information, what test analysis actually means what kind of documentation we need for testing, and other, of course, things. Let's go to some questions that occurred to me. First of these is why I think it is necessary to focus on test analysis. I actually incorporated this into the title of my speech because test analysis is a foundation or roots for a whole testing process, and give us a solid platform for very functional and successful test execution at the end. Second question, is it always necessary to perform test analysis in testing? I believe it is necessary. And I also promote this in our company, even if it's difficult, especially for small changes. But it's better and better. So we must be patient and promote this again and again. Next one is, do we succeed in all cases? No, definitely not. But we are gradually improving. So it is not possible to be successful in all activities. Sometimes, of course, we don't have time. Sometimes somebody don't understand what we want. Sometimes business decided another priorities, but I think that right now it's on a good level, and that also our managers and business colleagues understand that testing is not only that somebody click to application and everything is okay. Yeah. And last one, what methodology do we use? Of course, we focus on the ISTQB methodology, But the interpretation of exactly how to do the test analysis can be, and usually is different. So I like to say that the output of test analysis should be such test scenarios that an educated tester, I mean a business user or a professional tester who is familiar with application or system, can execute. He or she has all the information he needs for execution, and his test will be really convincing. So not only that they do some tests, but we are sure that all tests are suitable for this situation, and we cover all changes and also previous functionality of systems. But the actual methodology of how to write the scenarios is not the topic of my today's speech. I want to focus myself to something else, namely supporting the process of creating test analysis, motivation, and connection with test automation. From my experience, I try to describe the process that we use in our company for test analysis, accompanied with projects, timelines, and steps during a project. So there are five phases here. And this timeline shows how we perceive test analysis process in the context of the project, or other changes in application. Some phases can overlap, but I think that cannot be skipped, no one of these phases. So firstly, we need time and capacity. I mean that we need to negotiate the time frame for testing preparation and test execution. Usually, project managers plan in their first timelines for a project only test execution phase. So many times we corrected this timeline also with necessary time for test preparation. Also, we need, of course, some capacities. I mean, capacities of test team, and also some other people like business analysts, business users, or other specialists in our company that must help us to prepare great test analysis or good test analysis for project or changes. And of course, we need dedicating our resources for testing. Usually at the same time, we are starting a discussion about documentation, what is very painful topic in our company. And maybe in some companies it's better, but in our company this topic is very, very bad. And we discuss what we need for good test analysis. Of course, there are some meetings, some discussion with business users, business analytics, about basic perception of input or changes in systems. And also we focus to monitoring the current state of the application or system. So this is a very hard part of this timeline in test analysis with big part of emotion, I can say. Okay, so right now we know what we have, documentation or people that are able to give us verbally some information about changes or about application system. And right now we need to work especially with testing team and clear define our expectation. What the test analysis will look like. It's very important from my point of view because we need to set up the same level of detail that will be used in test analysis across the whole team. Of course, sometimes we need training, test team, or how to use some application or what this process mean and other. And also we want to give them how the information, how the test analysis will be organized. In big or bigger projects, we usually have a test manager there, and this is not only a test manager, this usually experienced test analyst or a senior tester who is able to give them some advices, review the scenarios, and is can check completeness of test analysis and of course help them during all this process. Next part is this test analysis, the main work phase. Test analysts working on test analysis. They clarify documentation with colleagues from business and start preparation of test data or specification test data. I will talk about test data a little bit later. And also in this phase, it's also important to review test environments and prepare test environments for whole test execution. At the end of test analysis, we need or we must review what test analyst created. Test scenarios and test data, of course, check completeness of test analysis and do final preparation. In our case, it's test scenarios and test execution plans in Jira. So this is process that we used. Of course, it's specific for our company, but I hope that it can help to somehow, and I think that this is for us, it's good to have this process and that everybody know what we want to do during test analysis and why we need a time for these activities. I think it's clear that the success of this approach that I described is very much about the people and their motivation. as well also about organization, but motivation and have a time for it and understanding that it's crucial for our success at the end. Here I have summarized the argument that I usually use for team and for testing team and also for other colleagues in company. Of course, for test team is a substitutability by other colleagues from team. So in the last time we started to use something like a pair preparation of test analysis. It means that two people prepared the same area of test cases. So we have two people who can cooperate together and who are fully involved in this topic. Also, testing well, good understanding all of these changes, issues that must be tested. Of course, the reduction pressure and stress during test execution, because we know what we want to do and how we find the test data, for example, and what is this exactly this process. So test execution can be smoothly executed, and this time can be not so stressed. People can be more how to say it, there will be not so big stress during this period. Of course, better possibility of estimation the progress of testing, I mean test execution, because we know exactly how big is this scope. Of course, skill development of test team and test scenarios that we prepared well can be reused in the next deliveries, especially for regression tests and also for test automation. Of course, there is not only test team, but also other interested person like business owners, project managers, managers on all levels, and stakeholders, and so on. There is this, of course, the same arguments like a better possibility of estimation, opportunity to automate regression tests, reducing the requirement for business capacities for test execution. It's a very good argument for business. Because they don't give so big capacity of their people for testing new deliveries. And also there is a bigger chance to avoid production incidents. And this is something that can be counted, of course. So this is also a very good argument for other people, business people or stakeholders. Okay, so next one is some information about test data. At the same time, as we prepare test cases, we start definition of test data, and it helps us to cover entire range of delivered changes. Because I think that test scenario without definite test data is only one half of preparation. So there must be a big focus for preparation test data, and it's very hard, or can be very hard. So we need carefully revise the test data definition also in all test cases. And for this topic, we need very close cooperation with business colleagues, because they know all specialties and processes, special clients, for example, special products that are not involved in basic documentation about changes. Of course, we need focus to the support the team in complete test coverage with test data. I mean that we must help to our team, to our test analysts, to find proper person who has this information for them, who know all the specialties and so on. And of course, we need access to relevant test data sources in our companies. For example, data warehouse, where we can find more easily some information that we need about suitable clients or contracts that we want to use in our test in our test execution. At the end, finally, I have to mention the connection between test analysis and test automation. In our company, we have successfully set up test automation for regression tests. We do not use test automation for all changes, because we do not have so big team for it, but we implemented in our core systems and also in some other systems test automation for regression tests. And there are, I believe that it's mainly due to the fact that automation testers are not alone in the solution. I mean that we need to carefully prepare what to automate, and there is very important to involve also business colleagues to this process. So all time we dedicate a team for automation, some systems for implementing test automation on system, like a team that there is automation tester, test analyst, and also business analyst or owner. Minimum these 3 people are in this team, and all time we promote that this is teamwork. It's not only work that automation tester will do test automation, because it's very hard for automation tester to know all specific information that he needs. So other people in the team can help him to prepare test automates more quickly and in good quality. So you can see on this screen a few of my recommendations for this. It's working in our company, of course, and yeah, we can discuss about test automation in a separate speech, maybe in the future. But I think that this is the integral part of good testing approach in company, and that test automation can help us in, especially in regression testing for our systems. So at the end, some summary from my side. I think that process of changing mindset about testing and all activities around testing takes some time, some long time, I think. Clear vision and frequent repetition is a prerequisite for success. I mean, promote what testing team do or done and what we want to implement in the future. Next one is that the perception of the test team to the same level. I mean that we need a standard output from all testing members of testing teams. So we need to work periodically with it. It's not only that we say it one time and everybody will do it. We must check it, discuss about it, review their work, and also correct this process on and level of necessary things for test preparation. Next one is dedicated suitable person with experience to manage, review, and assist the entire test analysis process. I told about this. It's very good from our side, and I think that it's working. And in fact, right now I have more free hand for next implementation or next development of whole testing process in our company. Also show that outputs from the test analysis can be used repeatedly. I mean, for next test execution, and also for test automation, and at the end be persistent and consistent. It's very hard. And also we need motivation to do it. So it's necessary to have good motivation from our manager in our department. I think that we have it. So we are lucky in this, but yes, this is very, very hard to manage or to develop all this testing process in a company like our company. So that's all from my side. Thank you for your attention. You can contact me if you want for some topics or some questions also after this conference.